History remembers kings and queens, generals and aristocrats, all those who hold power. But power is often detached from virtue. It shines brilliantly on the surface, while underneath it hides selfishness, prejudice, and fear. And yet, we chase it, not just crowns and titles, but power in society, power in love, and power over how others see us. But what if power is only a glittering mask worn by emptiness? What if true nobility comes not from rank, but from the courage to look inside ourselves? Today, in our journey into Proust's world, we step deeper into the dazzling salons of Paris, into Guermantes' world, a world where beauty is curated, where reputation is currency, and the highest virtue is being seen, and the greatest fear is being ignored. Our narrator is growing old now. He believes he is entering a world of grace and magnificence, but what he discovers is the fragility of glamour and the hollowness of social heights, where they are not accompanied by truth. The narrator and his family shifts to a new apartment near the Guermantes family, the epitome of old French nobility. As a child, the narrator has worshipped the name Guermantes, a symbol of unreachable beauty and historical grandeur. Now he thinks he is finally close enough to touch that dream. The Duchess Orion, dazzling, witty, cold, yet charming, becomes the center of his fascination. He admires how she speaks, how she walks, even how she dresses with glimmer in electric light of Paris. He believes this is love, but Proust gently lifts the veil. Sometimes we fall in love not with a person, but with the idea that person represents. Meanwhile, the narrator's beloved grandmother grows increasingly ill. Her decline stands as a painful contrast against the artificial excitement of the social world. He does not realize how serious her condition is until one day she collapses upon returning home from a walk. Suddenly, power and aristocracy mean nothing. The narrator is forced to confront fragility, the fragility of a person who gave him childhood, comfort, and confidence. Her death, described with stunning emotional intensity, becomes a turning point. The narrator is thrust into the world of adulthood by the force of grief. Time passes, sorrows fade, or at least the world insists it should. The narrator is swept into the glamorous evening of Guermantes Salon, a space where everyone plays a role. These are rules: who speaks, who laughs, who is allowed to approach, who must remain invisible. Here words are weapons, opinions are performances, and friendship is a transaction. The narrator observes everything, the way the Duke carries himself as though morally superior, yet remains indifferent to truth and compassion. The way aristocrats discuss Dreyfus Affair not as a matter of justice, but as a fashionable controversy. He realizes slowly where he expected wisdom, he finds pettiness. Where he hoped for truth, he encounters hypocrisy. Where he romanticized nobility, he sees nothing noble at all. And yet, humanity appears in unexpected corners. Madame de Guermantes, once a distant dream, becomes a real woman with fears, doubts, loneliness, cutting humor that hides a wounded heart. It is here that the narrator begins to understand. We desire what we do not truly know, and when the mystery is gone, the desire fades. Among these glittering illusions stands one man, Charles Morel, the violinist. His music breaks through everything superficial, like a lamp glowing in the darkened hall. Through art, the narrator discovers truth again. Beauty not dependent on status, meaning not tied to applause. Music revives in him the desire to become a writer, not like those in the salon who use words to show off intelligence, but to capture life, to honor memory, to transform experience into art. The Guermantes world, once a palace of dream, becomes his classroom of delusions. He learns true richness comes from inner life, not social victory. A title can make others bow, but cannot make the heart feel respected. Art invites us into eternity, and society traps us in the imitation and performance. As the narrator enjoys newfound access to the elite world, a scandal erupts, the Dreyfus Affair. An innocent Jewish officer falsely accused of treason, an entire nation divided by hatred and prejudice. And the Guermantes, they laugh, they defend injustice, they protect the institution instead of the truth. This is where the narrator's last illusion shatters. Power is at its weakest when it is afraid of truth. He leaves the Guermantes salon knowing he has seen enough. Everything he once worshipped becomes a memory, like childhood toys that once felt magical but now feel small. He has grown, he is ready for the next transformation. He entered the Guermantes world searching for admiration, attention, recognition. What he found instead was himself. He learned that fame does not comfort the soul, status does not protect from grief, titles do not make a person human. What does? The courage to love, the humility to learn, the devotion to create, the willingness to see truth, especially one's own. In a society obsessed with being seen, he discovered the power of seeing inward. For in the end, why chase what will fade? Why beg for entry into rooms where hearts are silent? Art and introspection offer deeper fulfillment than rank and recognition can ever. As we move forward, we need to remember, not all that glitters is gold. Sometimes the brightest shine comes from within. Let me now bring your attention to Dreyfus Affair, of which the narrator mentioned, which was a major political and judicial scandal in France that unfolded between 1894 and 1906. It revolved around Alfred Dreyfus, a French artillery captain of Jewish descent. In 1894, he was accused of passing military secrets to Germany, charges based on a secret document and shaky evidence. In December 1894, he was court-martialed, convicted of treason, publicly humiliated, and in 1895 sent to a penal colony on a remote island, that is, the Devil's Island in French Guiana, to spend life in harsh imprisonment. Despite his consistent claims of innocence, the trial was deeply flawed. The defense didn't get access to all evidence, and the trial was a secret. Much of the proof was forged and based on prejudice. In 1896, a new army intelligence officer, George Picquart, discovered evidence that pointed instead to another officer, Ferdinand Wolfson Esterhazy, meaning Dreyfus was innocent. But the highest military official refused to reopen the case. Instead, they tried to suppress the evidence. Esterhazy was court-martialed in 1898. In a quick, lineal trial, he was acquitted, a verdict many saw as a cover-up. The scandal attracted growing public attention. A landmark moment was when novelist Émile Zola published an open letter in 1898 exposing the military's injustice, calling out officers by name and demanding justice. Zola's letter made the case a symbol of injustice, anti-Semitism, and institutional corruption. Many intellectuals, artists, and ordinary citizens rallied behind Dreyfus. Those who defended him became known as Dreyfusards. Opponents, that is, anti-Dreyfusards, included nationalists, conservative, and religious faction, many motivated by prejudice and loyalty to the military establishment. Under mounting pressure, the government finally reopened the case. In 1899, a second trial again found Dreyfus guilty, but the verdict was widely viewed as another sham. The president pardoned him to ease public outcry. Only in 1906 did a civilian court of appeal formally annul the previous convictions and fully exonerate Dreyfus. He was reinstated in the army and awarded honor, a dramatic vindication after more than a decade of disgrace. Yet, the army did not publicly admit its wrongdoing until much later. The scandal had lasting political, social, and moral consequences for France. It became a battlefield between justice versus prejudice, truth versus power, individual right versus nationalistic paranoia. On one side, innocence, evidence, and conscience. On the other, prejudice, authority, and social panic. On a moral philosophical level, the affair became a cautionary tale about how societies treat the different, how fear and prejudice can wrap justice, and how courage can challenge deeply entrenched power. So, as I close this episode, I want you to ask yourself what dazzles you and what fulfills you. Because the next volume will take us not into society's glitter, but into the depths of the heart. We move onward soon to love, to jealousy, to places where emotions hurt and heals. Walking away from the salons, the narrator carries a new wisdom. The greater joy lies not in being admired, but in understanding, in feeling, in recognizing beauty beyond reputation. Art, literature, introspection, these become the spaces where truth lives. Power dazzles briefly, but meaning nourishes forever. Stay with me on this journey, for clarity is just beginning.